allow me just a few minutes of your time to talk about my thoughts and opinions on draft championships. Now, I made a video already about the details of draft champions, and if you haven't seen it, I'll have a link in the description. Somebody remind me on Twitter. I don't know. I made a ton of Madden 16 news and info videos yesterday, and now I want to actually give my opinions on them. So if you're new here, subscribe. If you frequent the videos much, go on ahead, drop a like on the video. The support means a ton. Now, I'm not going to rustle any feathers. This isn't going to be a controversial video or anything like that, and hopefully it's relatively short. But along the lines of the title, we're pretty much just going to be talking about kind of the comparisons between Ultimate Team and draft championships. Ultimately, is this a good thing for Ultimate Team? Does it help or hinder Ultimate Team? I've been thinking about this a little bit, especially now that I know the details of draft championship or draft champions, and I want to say that it's a slippery slope, and EA has to be extremely careful with a mode like this. For one, this can help and hurt Ultimate Team at the same time. Now, of course, you guys, a lot of people they like to see the cup half empty instead of half full. You want to hear how it can hurt Ultimate Team first, but I'll tell you how it can hurt. As a matter of fact, I'll try to do it simultaneously and tell you how it hurt and how it can help at the same time. Now, I'm about 2 minutes in and I haven't even talked about it yet. But the way it can possibly hurt Ultimate Team, if you go and check out, hopefully you guys are familiar with Mr. Hurricane. If you are, sound off in the comment section about him. Shout out to Mr. Hurricane. But he's one of those guys who never could really sink his teeth into Ultimate Team, just purely on the fact that after a while, or it doesn't even really take all that long, but your team starts to just become overpowered, especially against guys that are either just starting out or guys that just don't play it as much. So you may catch yourself being like a 95 overall and you find yourself going up against somebody that's like an 80 overall, and it kind of takes the fun away from the guys that are just starting out or the guys that don't play as much, or the free to play guys as well. So it's a mode that he likes, but it's a mode that he wanted it to not be so overpowered. And even in his favor as well, he just made it, to him, it just felt unrealistic. And to be fair, Ultimate Team is extremely unrealistic, as is any other draft format of a game, as is any other game, period. They're unrealistic. They're supposed to be, and I'm air quoting here, simulation type of game. So you're not going to get realism out of something that's supposed to be simulation. Or simulation of players. So to that I say, well, what can you do to appease those people that don't want to play the overpowered Ultimate Team, or the people that want to play a fantasy type of game but don't want to drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars, or you don't want to grind, you don't want to go through that grind of being a free to play player. In comes draft champions, and we got a taste of it with draft duels in Madden 13. Now, again, we're talking about how it can hurt Ultimate Team. See, here's the thing. There are people who are looking for this mode specifically in draft champions, where you don't necessarily have the overpowered teams, or you don't have to pay for anything. You pick your team. They're pretty much rated the same as whoever you're going to be going against, and you just play. Simple as that. So this is something that can ultimately drive away people from Ultimate Team that was looking for an experience like this, where they don't have to necessarily do those things. Now, that's how it can kind of hurt MUT, and we're gonna revisit how it can kind of hurt MUT a little bit more in a minute, but let's just balance this thing off with how it could actually help MUT. Now, the way that it could help Ultimate Team And so far, as of the details that we've received so far, they don't have this. There's no rewards for Ultimate Team. There's no rewards in Draft Champion for anything. You win, and as of this day, what is it, January 16th, now that I'm recording this, we don't really have any rewards rather than you just won. You know, that get the satisfaction of winning, you know, after going through 4 people in a row, or you do the AI version of it where you're going against the CPU and you win that Super Bowl or tournament or whatever it is that they have. Other than that, you don't really have a reward system. So the thing about Draft Champions is, what exactly is the incentive to want to play it over and over and over? I mean, I have my reasons on why I would do it, but ultimately, if you want to draw in the smaller fan base to it, how can you do it if you don't have a reward system? Especially a reward system that can go toward Ultimate Team. For example, you could get a special draft pack or something like that. You know, give them something that in that way they would have a reason to actually look into Ultimate Team. If it's a certain crowd that has never played Ultimate Team and they're just trying out Draft Champions for the first time, and you get rewards for winning, and you crack open the pack or you get coins or something, and you're like, well, what can I do with this stuff? And it sends you down, you have no choice but to go to Ultimate Team to reap the benefits of those rewards. Then you're inviting a new group of people to check out Ultimate Team, which in turn gives them exactly what they want, which is for people to spend extra money on Ultimate Team. Completely understandable. That whole thing about, EA and MUT just wanting your money, that's how these games work. I think that argument has quieted down a lot lately, and I'm glad about that. But that's a way to get more traffic over to Ultimate Team. Another way that this can possibly drive people away from Ultimate Team is it's another addiction type of mode. Another one of those modes that you just get addicted to because it doesn't necessarily give you replayability, but just the fact that your teams are always going to be random based upon how you pick them, and just random as far as the cards that you'll get. You'll probably never ever get the same team twice. That does have a fun factor to it. That does have a level of addiction to it. And when people get addicted to something, that's just what consumes their time. And the more time they're spending on one thing, the less time they're spending on another thing. So the more time they'll be spending on Draft Champions, I keep wanting to say Draft Duels so bad, but the more time they're spending on Draft Champions, the less money they'll be spending, or let's say the less money and time they'll be spending on Madden Ultimate Team. So I would say in more ways, this mode actually does more harm than good for Ultimate Team, unless we get some rewards that would invite us to go back into Ultimate Team. If you are enjoying Draft Champions a lot more than Ultimate Team, this is going to be one of those modes that's good for the free-to-play player, good for the people that want that, they just want that quick action. You play a couple of games and then you switch your team. Your teams are always changing up. Just people that want variety. They want to always go against variety. They don't have to worry about going against the overpowered teams and etc. etc. This mode is perfect for you. And there's a lot of people on Ultimate Team that feel that way, and they are going to gravitate toward this mode. Me personally, I'm a MUT guy, but at the same time, I know what Draft Duels was, and I'll be playing the hell out of Draft Champions. And it also helps in streams because I think it's I think it's something that'd be extremely stream happy, if I'm using that term correctly. But as dry as I sounded in this video, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was informal to you. If you have any questions or comments, hopefully more comments than questions, sound off in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think could hurt? Well, let's say, let me know what you think as far as could this benefit or hurt Ultimate Team ultimately, and which one of these modes will you be playing the most, this one or Ultimate Team? I just want to know what side of the fence you guys are on, because a line is going to be drawn in the sand, and this is actually, I mean, it's not going to really put that much of a dent into Ultimate Team sales, let's be realistic here, but it's going to be some people that are going to play this mode over Ultimate Team, and you know, that's saying something. That's saying something. But anyways, if I haven't said it yet, I'll say it again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, subscribe if you're new. Drop a like on the video. It helps a ton. And I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.